Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine and today's video is going to be a September's reseller recap, basically where I go over all of my numbers in September, cost of goods, total sales, profits, all of the items that were within the lowest and highest profits. So if that's something that you want to watch, then please stick around. And if you will notice today, I got very festive with my look. I have my cat ears. I have my cat little earrings from, I think it's Sugar Fix by Bobble Bar at Target. And then I have my little Ouija board sweatshirt on today. And then my makeup today is a lot of items that I used in my October Shop My Stash, which I can link up above for you. It is the Halloween eyeshadow palette, and I use the Melt Cosmetics eyeliner as kind of the base. And yeah, I'm really excited how it turned out. I mean, this is definitely out of my comfort zone, but why not? We're in this spooky spirit, so why not? Anyways, let's get started to going through my numbers. So like I said, every month I do this. I go through all of my numbers. I kind of tell you the highs, the lows, the goods, the bads, and kind of what I learned from it. So to begin with, my total sales were $1,088.32. My cost of goods ended up being $298.73, making it a total profit of $789.59. And if you've been on my channel before, I always like to say I am a part-time reseller. My full-time job is a mental health therapist, so I definitely do this on the side. It is a passion of mine, and it's something that I enjoy where I'm able to shop for things that I love at a really great price and then be able to resell them. So this is definitely not my full-time job. But so I am comfortable around the $750 mark per month of profit. Obviously, the more is better, yet that's kind of like my goal each month is to at least get there. In the past few months, it's been a little bit lacking, but October, I can already tell you, is well above this. So we'll talk about that next month when we get there. I sold 33 items total and had one bundle. My average cost of goods was $8.79, which is a little bit high for me. I like to keep things around the $5-6 mark, but definitely had some big ticket items in there before. My average listing price was $41.32, and then my average profit per item was about $23.22, which I think is a smidge lower than the previous months, but still pretty good. I mean, almost over $23 per item for profit. Pretty good for me. So kind of breaking down for each platform that I sell on. So I definitely sell on a lot of different platforms. I use Vendoo as a cross-listing service, which is super helpful if you've never tried them out before. I do have my code down below in the description. I think you get like, I don't know what the percentage is, but it's an affiliate link. So if you sign up, I do get like maybe $15 or $20 off my monthly thing. And then the other tool that I absolutely love and I think is key in my sales is Pasha VA. I also have an affiliated link down below. That one, I'm pretty sure that you get to use their services for 2 weeks for free to see if you like them, and then 20% off your purchase if you decide to purchase them. I always go the yearly route. It is a lot more money up front, but you know, if you're getting 20% off, you might as well get 20% off a whole year opposed to just 1 month. Just my opinion. Anyways, so the platforms that I sold on, I sold 4 things on eBay, 1 thing on Tradesy, 1 thing on Mercari, and 29 on Poshmark. Nothing on Depop and nothing on Facebook Marketplace, which is a little bit different because in August, I actually sold like, I think 6 things on Depop. So their beta, boosted listings was in beta and now it's in production at this time, or what would you call it, live? It's live now. So I have noticed like a little bit more of a decline in sales, but still a lot of interest in like liking items over there. So Depop is still a mystery to me. Whatever. I use Vendoo. It's nice. It's a few extra clicks to get it on Depop, and you know, if it can get me a few more sales, that's great. So breaking down my highest and lowest profits, and then after that, I'll kind of give you my notes of what I thought about this month. So I will be popping up pictures over yonder. The first one being, and I'm going to go over my lowest sales first. The first one being a Mountain Hardwear kind of popover. It sold for $12 on Poshmark. My cost of goods was $7.99, just leaving me a profit of $1.06. I only listed it once and it took 71 days to sell. So I also, in my previous videos, I kind of describe my color coding system in my Excel sheet. So if it's a clear cell, then it's the first time listing. If it's green, it's the second, yellow, it's the third, fourth, it's, red is the fourth. And after that, I have to figure out something else to do with it because it's just not working for me. And I try to list about every relist an item about every 3 to 4 months, just to keep it fresh. So this one, yeah, I had only listed it one time, but I was kind of in the mode of, I want to get rid of stuff. So I took a $12 offer on it. Again, sales kind of equal more sales in my opinion within the algorithms. So I'm sure I was in that moment where I was like, you know what, it's a sale. Hopefully it'll lead to something else. So not the best profit. Definitely I would pick up that brand again because in my August reseller recap, I did sell a pair of pants. I think it was on Depop for like $65. So I made a pretty good profit over there. So I guess maybe more of the pants are hot ticket items opposed to the tops. So something to, you know, look at your own numbers too. It's like, are you selling a brand, like some items within that brand sell more, like if it's dresses or pants, and some sell less, like it's tops. So something to look at. The next item was an Akim Kin Anthropology top. It was kind of this like pretty yellow paisley looking top. It did sell for $17 on Poshmark. My cost of goods was $5.58. I made a profit of $8.02. It was the 4th time listing it, or relisting it, I should say. And I even think it was probably more than that before I enacted my color coding system. I think I relisted it more than that. And within that 4th time of relisting, it sold in 56 days. So, that's one thing I forgot to check. The average days it took to sell. So editing, Catherine will put average days to sell each item, which is good to know as well. So this item had been sitting around forever. It was more, even though the print was really pretty and it just, I think, was like an older style. So something I probably wouldn't pick up again, especially for that cost. Like maybe if it was more in the $1 or $2 range, I might pick it up, but not the $5, almost $6 range. It took forever to sell. So I was just, again, glad to get it out of my house. The next item is this Joyous Rust pencil skirt. It sold for $16 on Poshmark. The cost of goods was $4.12. My profit was $8.68. And again, it was another one of those items that this was the 4th time relisting it, and it sold about 85 days within that 4th time of relisting it. The buyer received it and then rated me, I think, a 4-star, saying that the zipper was broken. So I won't understand why they didn't just open up a case. I would have gladly have accepted the return if it was broken. You know, some mistakes happen when you're relisting. I try my best to accurately describe stuff, and sometimes it just slips me. So I'm very curious as to why they didn't open up a case, but also at the same time, if you didn't, you didn't. Anyways, again, glad it's out. That brand I had never heard of before. I almost think it's like an Amazon brand. The style of it was super cute. It was perfect for fall. And I'm glad that it sold, but I don't think I'd pick it up again. It did generate a lot of interest though. Like a lot of people liked it every time that I relisted it, but it just never sold. Okay, moving on to the next item. This is actually sold on eBay. It's a New Day plaid dress. It sold for $23.70 on eBay. I think that includes like the shipping. Like I got an offer of $15 and $23.70 is with the shipping. My cost of good was $3. I profited $9.79. It was the first time listing it and it sold within 2 days. So I will link up my thrift haul that I found that dress in. I was actually thinking I was going to keep it for myself, but for once something was too big for me, which is always nice in that way instead of the other way being too small. So it just looked a little silly on me, even though I loved that dress, and I actually tried to find it in my size. So I'm gonna have to keep looking, but yeah, it sold within 2 days on eBay on an offer for $15, and again, not too shabby for you know, almost $10 profit. And then the last item that sold within my lowest profits was this Maeve Anthropologie Patchwork Button Down. It sold for $18 on Poshmark, I believe, on an offer. My cost of goods was $4.49, so I profited just under $10 at $9.91. Again, it was the first time listing it, and it was within 1 day of listing it. So again, yes, could I have gotten more money from it? Probably. It did have some like flaws on it. And if I remember correctly, this buyer actually purchased 2 items in 2 separate orders, didn't bundle them. You know, I have tried to educate people like who are newer to Poshmark or whatnot, you know, about bundling and whatnot, but the people are going to do what they want to do. And so she bought 2 separate orders. Cool with me. This one did have some staining on it, so again, I was more than welcome to take an offer. So yeah, I mean, I guess the moral of it is to just accept more offers. Anyway, so now let's flip into my highest sales. So these are my highest profiting sales. This first one being this vintage Victoria Royal Limited, really pretty green, like evening gown, had the bow details, like cutouts, so pretty. And I believe if I remember correctly, it was kind of like a 1960s piece, and it sold on Poshmark for $67. My cost of goods was $10, so it profited me $43.60. It was the first time listing, and it took 85 days to sell. Beautiful piece. Whoever got it, I really hope you enjoy it. It was so pretty, like perfect for like a holiday gala or prom or anything like that. I really hope that they enjoy it. And it's I don't sell a lot of vintage pieces, so when I saw this and I picked it up, like it had to be something super special. And I even think I said that in the thrift haul. I can link that up too. That it had to be like something super special for me to pick up vintage, because that's just not my realm. But glad somebody, you know, will get some use out of it. Oh, it'd be perfect for like a costume too. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, so the next item was this Reformation dress. This sold for $145 on Poshmark. My cost of goods was quite high. It was $70, and that is because I purchased it for myself. But again, it was just a little too big for me, and I would have never worn it. It was new with tags. So I profited $46. It was the second time of relisting, and it took about 100 days to sell within that second time. Funny story with that item, I accidentally put it in a pile to go to Plato's. And so, because I was just kind of throwing stuff in a bag, I was, you know, tired of it being around the house. And so when I get to Plato's, of course they like, we're going to sell it. And my advice to you is always ask what they've chosen to take from whatever you're getting. Because this item had gotten picked up not once but twice. I forgot to take it out, and they were only going to resell it because they give you like a super low percentage of what they're going to resell it for, and it was like they were only giving me like $5 for it. So I was like, no, and silly me to accidentally did it twice because I just kind of put it back in the same bag. So yeah, always double check. And if you feel that you can, you know, make more money reselling it, I would consider plucking it out and just reselling it yourself. So anyways, and I think that dress actually sold on eBay too. And the one thing I hate about eBay is even though you say like immediate payment required, they still don't give you immediate payment. So I think I had to cancel that order if I'm not mistaken. So again, I'm glad it sold on Poshmark. My next item was a pair of men's Lululemon cargo pants. They sold for $65 on Poshmark. My cost of goods was $6. My profit was $46. It did take 3 times of relisting it, and it sold within 88 days of that 3rd time relisting it. This pair of pants, I could not for the life of me figure out the style. I looked at Lulu Fanatics. I asked on the Lululemon like A to Z men's page. Nobody even responded to me. So you just kind of have to go on your gut of what you think it is. And companies like Lululemon who have very specific titles or brands or styles is what I should say, style names for their products, like you definitely want to include that if you can, because I think it helps, but I could not find it. So I was just like, well, it's Lululemon is the brand. They are cargo pants. It did come with a utility belt. So I did the best I could. Again, drove a lot of traffic to my closet. Like I think men's Lululemon sells very well. I think it sells better than women's Lululemon, but just nobody picked it up until now. So happy that they are going to a hopefully loving home and that they get lots of use out of them. The next item was a Gaston Luccioli. I think that's how you pronounce it. These really pretty kind of like garnet rust color suede knee-high boots. They sold for $75 on Poshmark. I think that was on an offer. My cost of goods was $13.29. It definitely was on the higher side, but they were brand new. So I profited $46.71. It did take 2 times relisting it, and they sold within 109 days of that second time of relisting. These I picked up on kind of a liquidation sale that one of the buy sell trade stores was having here in Tucson, and I kind of kept waiting to see if they would still be there because they were gorgeous. But if you kind of look at comps on Poshmark, if I'm remembering correctly, they were kind of all over the place and even kind of low. But I was like, you know what? I know somebody will love these. I thought about sending them to the Real, but the Real and I are just having a not so great time together. So I decided to sell them myself, and I'm very happy with the profits that I got. And then the last thing that I sold, so my highest profiting item of this month of September was this pair of Steve Madden knee-high boots. They sold $75 on Poshmark, and I believe that was an offer. My cost of goods was $8, so I profited $52 even. It took 12 days to sell after 2 times of relisting. So they're super pretty, like knee-high boots. I can't remember what the style name of it was, but they did have a specific style name. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous boots. Perfect season to sell them in. And then, like I said, I did have one bundle. So it was a Metaru top and a Luxe Anthropologie military blazer. My cost of goods together was $6.22. It sold for a $58 profit and or $58, and I profited $40.18. So again, 2 items that had been sitting around my closet for quite some time. So I was very happy to see them go, especially making that much money off of them. So kind of my notes. So every month of this year, I've actually been engaging in like a monthly sale. Again, trying to churn up, getting inventory sold a little bit faster, because I'm kind of at this point where I would rather make a quick nickel than a slow dime. I mean, obviously somewhere in the middle would be great. But I'm just like needing to get through stuff. So this month I actually opted not to do a sale at the end of August because Labor Day was coming up. So I kind of wanted to get the Labor Day sales going as well. And I tried to do something different every month. This month I did a progressive sale for Labor Day. So I think I went through everything in my closet. I started with like 10% off, and then 20, then 30, then 40, then 50. Yeah, it didn't turn out so well. It didn't. To be honest, I don't know why, but it just didn't. So I know. And the thing is I've repeated sales, and one sale that can work so well one time and will just flop the other time. And I'm still trying to like figure that out. But anyways, that was my sale. I honestly don't think I had any actual sales from that. Like, I think people like, like if the 30% offer went out, then they counter offered at whatever. So it wasn't that great. But what I did notice is that, again, people are buying more for fall. So a lot of fall items like the boots. What else sold? Like some evening wear, so like that Reformation and that vintage dress sold. More like kind of fall colors with the rust color skirt and the button down and whatnot. So, and like the plaid dress that sold on eBay, like people were purchasing more for fall, which was really cool to see. I did notice that sales started to pick up at the end of September, which was wonderful. That was always nice. And yeah, I already said seasonal items. So yeah, that's how September went. October is, I mean, I'm filming this on October 17th, so this is getting out a little bit late, but you know, your girl's been busy. So yeah, October is looking great so far. And so I can't wait to bring those numbers to you next month. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Again, let me know, did you meet your goals? Were you short on your goals? What went well for you? Maybe what didn't go so well? I'm always curious to know, wanting to help you, wanting to help me, all that kind of stuff. So please consider subscribing if you like it. Obviously, I do reselling content. I do some makeup content as well if you're interested. And with that, I will see you in my next video. Bye.